What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna put you down here. Hopefully it won't be too much sun in your face. I'm out fishing today. I thought I'd do a real quick video, see how everybody's doing. I found a school of crappie here. I've caught probably 10 or 12 fish. They're really small though. I think I actually got myself onto maybe a bed where the smaller ones are just gonna hang out here till they get big enough to get out. But nonetheless, catching a lot of fish today, having some fun. Beautiful day outside here in Missouri, and I thought, I've never done a video just straight through to show you, just, I guess, live stream how fast the fish can be caught. So here's what I'm using today. I've got a couple baits that are working well. This one here is just a swim jig style bait. It's made by Strike King. I've got a chartreuse head. It's a kind of a clear body. It's actually got like a blue tint to it with red sparkles, and then a chartreuse tail. It's a 2 or a 3 inch. I can't really remember on that one, but that's I'm using it. And then I've got a K-lens and just a 2-inch grub and Tennessee shad that I'm also using. And they both produce fish today. The K-lens was actually produced quite a bit more, but I'm switching back and forth between the two of them, kind of trying to get a pattern put together here. So we'll go ahead and start seeing what we can do here. Put a couple fish in the boat. Yeah, the weather here has been nuts, by the way. I don't know if you guys are kind of keeping up with it or not, but in the Midwest here, we've had a tremendous amount of flooding. And, oh, there's one. And we've just been, really dealing with that. And a lot of the lakes here are as high as 30 feet above their average, depth. That one's real small. So that's really made things a little bit harder than we usually have to deal with here as far as fishing goes too. I got some of my pliers. You got it down pretty deep. There we go. But not impossible, just harder. I've done some fishing here, catfishing a lot, because catfishing's, I think, almost easier when it's flooded. I mean, it's not worse. Put it that way. There's just a little bitty crappies here. They're smaller, 8 inches, 10 inches. They're as big as you're going to get in this little bed. It looks like to me, but I'm just having fun, so I'm going to keep catching them. But the catfish have just been pretty good. I've caught a lot of them the other day. One of the videos I put, I think I put that video up already. I had caught, I'm going to say probably 30 catfish in 2 hours. So I caught a lot of fish. And then the next day I went out and I caught a 12-pounder and I missed a 15-pounder. So some pretty good fish. So it's been just kind of a hit or miss here in Missouri because of that weather. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. But the quality of the fishing hasn't been too bad. It's about that time of year where the water's going to get in that 85, 90 degree range, and those fish are going to start getting a lot harder to find and deeper and stuff like that. I think the water today, just got a bite here, hold on. Yeah, there he is, got him. I think the water today is probably, water today is 80 degrees on the dot. So, I mean, that's kind of indicating to me that these crappie are going to start getting a lot deeper pretty quick. I mean, that's about when they start to get deeper. And I would expect that, I mean, like I said, within 5 or 10 degrees. There's a little guy again. They're a little smaller up here on this nest. It's still fun, though, when you can catch, 30 or 40 fish and just have a pretty good time. It's always fun, of course. But that's the first bait I've been using. That was a horrible cast. It's been working. I'll show you this other bait real quick so you guys can see it for any of you who are curious. This is K-lens right here. That's a K-lens 2-inch grub. Where's the camera on this thing? Oh, it's up here. Tennessee shad is the color. It's like a green, and it's got silver and black flake in it. Little specks. And it's worked pretty well. I switched over to this one, like I said, but I didn't really need to. I was doing well on... Oh, just had a bite. I was doing well on that one. I didn't have to switch over. It was just a matter of... Oh, there he is. Got him. It was just a matter of preference. I kind of like the way this one works through these weeds that I'm fishing a little bit better. So I did switch up and start using these. This little guy here again. This one's getting a little closer to keeper. He's about 7 inches. Ooh, stunned himself. He hit that water just right, and he just sat there for a second. And he finally started to swim off. But anyway, so I'll show you one more time in case you're curious. This is the Strike King. Makes these little Strike Kings kind of getting into that industry now. They didn't used to be. Is that camera out again up here? Here we go. And I got a chartreuse head. You can see it right there. Ooh, there's a muskie chasing those baby crappie. If I had my muskie rod, I'd throw it right there. That was a muskie attacking that school of baby crappie we're catching. Oh, just got a bite here, and we missed him. So one thing I do when I'm crappie fishing, you guys try this, it does work pretty well. You know, whenever I'm out and try to get that sun out of here. There you go. My hat looks great, doesn't it? All messed up. I put my pole down here on the side, and I just drop it down like 4 feet deep, because I know I'm real close to, you know, where all the fish are, where I'm catching them at. So I drop that pole down there, and what happens is you'll catch another 1 or 2 fish off of just that kind of moving around slowly. It won't do as well as the one you're casting, but you will catch fish on it. So let's get you over here. Let's get the sun out of your face for a while. How about that? I'll go ahead and cast back out to the same. You know what? I'm indecisive. I'm sure you probably know that by now watching my channel. That's a little better. Hey, I don't hate that. All right. I'll cast that out. And basically, as far as how I'm catching them, I'm just going to let this thing fall. I figured out they're about 7 feet deep. They're sitting right on top of the weeds down there. So I'm going to let it fall for about 7 to 10 seconds. Should be fairly close to 7 feet deep. I'm just going to start a slow and steady retrieve. It'll do the rest of the work. You know, these things have a lot of good play in them. The fish love them. And there's one right there. There you go. And that's all it takes. He was a ways out there, so that was not up in this nest I'm fishing here. So that's something good for me to take note of, that there's another spot back there that's active, and I need to just kind of remember roughly where that's at. It'll help me catch more fish. Just a little crappie. And that's what we're catching on this today, just little crappie. I'm not mad. I like little crappie. I'm gonna go right back to that hole where that fish bit. I know pretty darn close to where it is. So I'm gonna give it some extra line. So when you cast, you remember your line when it drops. If you give it pressure, it doesn't drop down. It arcs, and you'll miss what you're aiming for if you're not careful. So give it extra line so it drops down on top of where you're aiming, and then bring it back. Oh, there's a bite. And then bring it back. He's not on there. I missed that one. That's what happens when you chit chat, I guess, huh? So we're just going to drag it on back through here. We should be at the right height. I haven't counted how many casts in a row we caught fish there. Uh-oh. I'm going to break it. I ain't catch one on this one. I got cocky. Shouldn't do that. Oh, there was a follower, though. There was a little one following it, and for some reason he didn't bite it. He looks really small, though. He might have tried to bite it, and it's just too big for him. All right, so we're going to get back out there. I'm in roughly the same area, and again, I'm going to count it down roughly 7 seconds. I'm going to let it drop on down, and whenever I think it's about where I need it to be, I'm going to go ahead and start retrieving. It should be about 7 seconds right now. Nice steady retrieve. When you feel that bite, I always reel a little faster and then put pressure on it. I don't yank. These are crappie. They call them paper lips for a reason. You can take their jaw clean off. I have done it. Oh, and I missed him. It happens. It happens like that. I'm going to let that lure drop since I just missed a fish there. I'm going to drop it and work it back. We're going to try one more cast here. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me not catch fish. If I don't catch one this cast, we're going to go ahead and end this segment. There's just a good chance to get out here and let you guys see what was going on. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, by the way. Sunday, it's a beautiful day. I don't know what it is where you're at, but right here I'm in Springfield, Missouri. I'm on Fellows Lake today. And right here on Fellows Lake, it is, I would say, 72 degrees and 8 to 12 mile per hour winds. So that's about as perfect as you're going to get for a nice, cool, calm, beautiful day that it just doesn't get much better than that, you know. Okay. Hey guys, I'm on call today. because it looks like it's slowing down a little bit. And usually when this happens and I have 3, 4, 5 casts where I don't catch fish, even if I miss a couple, I'm probably depleting my resource here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fish finder right here behind me. Oop, if you can see it. That's what I was looking for. I see all this structure now. This is the hard ground right here at 18 feet. And you can see, oops, not trying to zoom it in there, all this vegetation. But if you look closely, you're going to see little dots on top of there. And you don't see them as much now, but there was a bunch of fish on there. So I pulled up ahead of it, about 5 feet. I'm still marking them over here, but went ahead and started throwing on them, and I caught, I don't know, 15 or 20 fish in the last 30 minutes. So, hey, I hope you guys are having a really good week, and God bless you. And, you know, spend some time with your families and get ready for that work week. You know what tomorrow is. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.